Hey guys, welcome back to Algebra I-B Problem Set 107 today. We're looking at two topics very closely related. We're dealing with equations of a line with a given slope and equation of a line parallel to a given line. We're going to start with looking at the equation of a line that passes through a certain point with a given slope. Okay, now the thing you need to remember, equation of a line, these equations that we're going to write are going to be in the form y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. We've dealt with that quite a bit, so you need to remember m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. Okay, you do need to know that stuff. Okay, we're going to take some information here. If you look at this problem A, we want an equation of a line that passes through the point 2, 3 and has a slope of -2/5. So we're going to start with our equation, y equals mx plus b. First thing I'm going to do is take the slope that I'm given, and I'm going to plug that in for m. So y equals -2/5 x plus some b. Now, whenever I get finished here, my equation is going to start off y equals -2/5 x, and I will have a new b, a plus or a minus some b. Now, my goal right now is I need to find that b. To do that, we're going to use this ordered pair, that ordered pair 2, 3. I'm going to plug that in for x and y, and then I can solve for b. So out of that ordered pair, the y value is 3, and I have -2/5 times the x value of 2 plus b. Now I need to solve for b. When I multiply this, -2/5 times 2 becomes -4/5 plus b, and I need to add 4/5 to both sides. 3 plus 4/5. If I make 3 a fraction, 3 over 1, and I change that to have a denominator of 5, that becomes 15/5. So 15/5 plus 4/5 gives me a b is equal to 19/5. So there's my b. Now I go back over to where I started this equation, y equals, my slope is -2/5. I've now found b, it is positive, so plus 19/5. There's my equation. Okay? Not real complicated. Plug in the slope that you're given, plug in the ordered pair that you're given, solve for b, and then you can write your equation, y equals the m that you were given and the b that you just found. All right, let's try another one. I need to clean this up just a bit. And here we go. So problem B here. We're going to pass through the point -3, and have a slope of +1/4. So again, start with your equation, y equals mx plus b. We're going to plug in 1/4 for m, and now we can solve for b once we plug in this ordered pair. In my ordered pair, the y value is 7, x value is -3 plus b. So -3 times 1/4 gives me -3/4 plus b. And now I'm going to add 3/4 to the other side. So 7 plus 3/4. 7 with the common denominator would be 28/4, plus 3/4 gives me 31/4 is b. So my slope is 1/4, that's m. My b is 31/4, so I can write my equation, y equals m, which is 1/4 x, plus b, or minus b, this case it's positive, so plus 31/4. And there's my equation. Okay, let's try the next topic. This topic, we're looking at the equation of a line. It's still going to pass through a certain point, but we want it parallel to another line. Okay, thing you need to know about parallel lines. Parallel lines, definition is two lines that never intersect. So they stay the same distance apart, and in order for them to stay the same distance apart, they have to have the same slope. So parallel lines have the same slope. They have to be positioned the same on the graph. They will have the same slope, but they will have different y-intercepts. So they cross the y-axis in different places, but they are positioned the same because they're slanted the same, either both positive or both negative, and the same rise over run. So, given this information, we want a line parallel to this line. So the first thing I need to do is I need to figure out the slope of the line that I'm given. To find the slope, it needs to be in that form. Again, y equals mx plus b, and our slope is that m. So make sure the equation is solved for y first. In this equation, it is already solved for y, so the slope is that coefficient of x. It's that m. In this case, our m is -3. So from here, it works just like the first two problems we did. We have a slope and we have a point. We're going to find the equation y equals mx plus b. My m is -3. And now I use that point, -1, 2, and I plug that in for x and y. My y value is 2. My x value is -1. And now we solve for b. This one's a little easier because we don't have fractions to deal with. That's a good thing. So -3 times -1 is +3 plus b. Solve for b, I'm going to subtract 3. So b equals -1. And now I can write my equation. Here's my slope, -3. My b is -1, so my equation, y equals m is -3x plus b. You could do plus -1, or since it's a negative b, we can put -1. And there's my equation. Okay, not too bad. Once the equation is solved for y, find the slope, which is attached to x, and then plug that in just like we did the first two problems. All right, we have one more problem. This last one is a little bit more complicated because in our equation, it is not solved for y, so I can't see what the slope is right off. So my first step is I need to solve that equation for y. To do that, I'm going to start by subtracting off 3x. So 2y equals, whenever you do this, put the x term first. So you have -3x plus 5. Now finish solving for y, we're going to divide by 2, but over here we're going to divide these separately by 2. So y equals, try to reduce the fractions if possible. 3/2 does not reduce, so we have -3/2x plus 5/2. So this is my given line. So I need to pull out the slope from that given line. Again, the slope is what's attached to x. So my given slope is -3/2. Okay, so we're going to write our equation. mx plus b, my m is -3/2x plus some b. I'm going to find a new b. To find that b, I'm going to take the ordered pair, -2, -3, and plug that in. The y value is -3 equals -3/2 times x, which is -2, plus b. Now we solve for b. The first thing I notice, -3/2 times -2. Those negative times negative will cancel. So get those negatives out of the way. Also, the 2's will also cancel. So that leaves -3 equals 3 plus b. Okay, no more fractions to deal with. Finish solving for b. I'm going to subtract 3. So b equals -6. All right, we're ready to write our equation. Y equals, my m was -3/2. So y equals -3/2x plus b. Our b again is negative, so -6 or plus -6, either way. And there's our equation. Okay, biggest thing to remember, y equals mx plus b. Find the slope, or take the slope that's given, plug it in for m, take the ordered pair that's given, that's an x and a y, plug that in and find b. Then you can rewrite your final equation with your new m and your new b. Okay? Equation of a line, y equals mx plus b. This is lesson 107. Good luck.